So basically in this we are going to see the installation on the cloud. We are taking example of AWS. You can take any cloud as per your requirement. So we are going to see how we can install Jenkins on AWS cloud. First log in into your account on AWS, create the account and then move to the EC2. In the EC2, go to the launch instance. We have to launch a instance. You can choose any instance based on your requirement, but I would suggest go for any larger based instance size, so that in Jenkins the major thing you need to cover about is the storage size. So I would prefer if you take a bigger instance. Right now for the learning purpose, just for the installation, we are taking the free eligible tier. You can take any. It's of T2 micro type. Select any key pair as per your requirement. Then either you can create a new security group, or if you have the existing security group, you can take it. Make sure like in the security group the 8080 port is open, which is the port of the Jenkins. It should be open for the working. I'm creating a new security group. All right, and taking an example of 8 GB of storage only. So I'm launching an instance. After the launch of instance, till the time it comes into the running state, go on to the Google, just write down Jenkins on AWS. So if you go Jenkins on AWS, an entire page will open. On this page you can see the requirement, what is needed, how the installation needs to be done. All the steps are been written down. So let's directly jump on the installation part. So here you can see the section of downloading and installation. I want to show this because I just want to have the clear section when one can install the things on their own without any further requirement to look out on the blogs or so. It's an official documentation that has been provided by the Jenkins itself. So I'm going to use the direct commands right here itself. Now it's in the running state. Through the console itself, like I'm connecting to the EC2 instance. As I told, make sure in the security group your 8080 port is open. Edit the inbound rules, add a particular rule, then custom TCP, you can make sure it's 8080 is available, and I'm giving right now it should be available, accessible from everywhere. Save rules. Now as you can see, I have connected to the instance. Now I'm just going to copy paste the steps that are being written down out here. First of all, we are just updating the particular system if there any requirement of upgradation or anything required. Then I'm downloading the repo. So in this, the package of Jenkins is being downloaded. Then after the installation, just make sure the repo key is also available, the package that requires for its working. It's all goes step by step, nothing as such is required. As you can see, I'm also using Amazon Linux 2023. So as it is mentioned, Amazon Linux 2023, we need to install Java. As you know, Jenkins is built on the Java language. So we are installing OpenJDK also for the working. Now we are installing the Jenkins service. Here -y means like it's automated, like auto accepted. Instead of giving the input as y, you can directly install it. Now Jenkins is being downloaded. Now systemctl, just make sure like when you reboot the system and we enable the Jenkins service, it's gonna restart on its own again. Now, just copying the command, it just created a symbolic link. Now, just start the service. Now we can check the status of the service. So if you have a bigger computer or like a larger machine, so the process becomes way faster. The things are exactly the same. So it becomes way faster if you are having the bigger machines. So it is taking time in the starting of the Jenkins service. Sometimes it's like in order to remove such things, you can use the larger machines. Now I can see the status. As you can see, now it's in the running state. Alright. So in order to configure it and access it, I'm just using the localhost HTTP accordingly. So first of all, you just need to copy the public IP, go in a browser, HTTP, and then paste your IP, then 8080. As you can see, the screen has appeared for unlocking the Jenkins part. So for getting the unlocking, you need to get the password of the same. So you can get the password using this command. This is the password available. Just copy the password directly. Continue. There are some plugins that are being suggested by the Jenkins itself. You can directly install it, or you can choose the plugins you want to install. So I'm just referring to the install suggested plugins. So these are the different plugins that are being installed on the system. These are the kind of jobs that you will be building, the basic requirement like Arn build tools, Gradle build tool, and then Git pipeline working, GitHub. So these are the basic things that you generally require whether you are working on any kind of software or any kind of project. So these are the basic things that you should have in your system. Even the SSH, all the things are being covered. As you can see, it is getting installed. So it is going to install the basic plugin on its own. Generally it takes a while for the thing. After that you have to create an admin user, give any details based on your requirement. I'm just giving the password as admin and everything. You can give your any email address, or just if you don't want the email to be used, give a random. Now you have the Jenkins URL on which you can access all the things. Now as you can see, this is the how the installation looks like.